when you're doing something like this, you got to be prepared to listen to me say you know about 1,000,000 times, because it's an unprepared speech. So, you know, that's the call and response in it. So, you know, putting it out there, J. Golden Schwartz, photo shoot yourself.
It's a movement in the club, let them love, let them hate. No matter how they feel, a nigga paper straight. So is my gender, I'm no pretender. Fire sign, baby, I was born in December 70s, we heavily believe in astrology. Baby, I'm a star, so why don't you follow me over to the bar, and we can both swallow these shots of Patron and sip the Moscato. Pose like models, revolt like Madonna. So prima donna, no double entendre. Might be a pun, shouts to #1, but back to the mantra, the tantric karma. I'm loose with the charm, I mean you no harm. I'm feeling your sutra, body pose maneuver. Is that yoga? Move it slow with, drop it, show it, private show shit. You so flexible, and you know it. Let me stop it. Yeah. Clear voyage. I write tight for the people with few equals. In Hebrew it's called Zadikum. Righteous pillars, righteous feelings, smooth vibes, live over rhymes, golden in your times, gold to send your lines. We captivate to escape, sip fine spirits and wine to avoid the hate. Pharmacos means scapegoat. Cutthroat society requires sobriety. I plan quietly, the general's business. The empire's finished, so coup d'etat is my coup de grace. Send back steak tartare as the chef's faux pas. We cook beef and scorch meat across the burning sands. I've seen the burning man burn his hands, reaching for Prometheus fire. I burn my torchlight brighter, transmit to transmute the alchemical fire. I condense Satan to his hellfire. It's the God in me. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. I dream this rhyme. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. Visibility less than 0. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. I dream this rhyme. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. Visibility less than 0. I worship no man, but I serve my brother. I deserve my color. Martin Luther King Brown. Tone on the town, this my Malcolm X sound. My Medgar Evers get down. So many leaders died to feed us food for thought. We need to return to self-respect. Keep self in check, just food for thought. I respect black knowledge more than the blacks in college. Stay sharp as a street scholar, like the dollar but the people more. I write to settle the score. I sharpen metal with Moors at Tubal Cain's door. Iron Man with the Iron Maiden. Mayat Master Imhotep sages, written on golden pages. My specific hieroglyphic is that of the griffin. Boule tripping, but Du Bois gripped in. He died with Nkrumah in Ghana uplifting. Peace to Marcus Garvey. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. I dream this rhyme. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. Visibility less than 0. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. I dream this rhyme. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. Visibility less than 0. I'm a master magician that uses no illusion. They feed confusion and amusement. I respond with bereavement and bemusement. It's this pollution, toxic like black poison, perversion of black girls and boys, and they calling it media. Madmen act like admin to administer the sinister plots against hip-hop. It can't stop, it's an extension of slavery. New world order bravery, still men, women, and kids. They raping everybody, I don't take it slightly, it's ungodly. Abomination, they plot presidents' assassinations. Now this character, this America, they killed Kennedy and Lumumba. Cruel summer in this banana-rama ran by Obama. Where is Osama? Oh mama, more drama to dance with stars. Idle American DVD they cause. Brainwashed they are. I see far into the future and write the loops for new generations spawned from many nations to seek the truth. Generation Nova. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. I dream this rhyme. Clear voyage for the clairvoyant. Visibility less than 0. Clear voyage.
photo shoot myself. So I'm keeping it cool. I'm doing all of the pieces for it. You know, this is just what I do. So, you know, instead of doing the interview piece, I'm going to do the extra view piece. So it's what I'm going to put out to you. So, you know, I got the props, my favorite polo, Avericks on, Avericks polo style with the, you know, the crown and the government. You know what I'm saying? My Jamaica, you know, all of the pieces, all of the props. So, you know, you ain't even got to ask the questions. Who influenced you? You know, where are you from? It's all right there. You know, it's all put out there for you. So, you know, that's what I'm doing with this whole interview process or extra view process. And getting it, you know, cracking like that. So, you know, a lot of cats, they go out and they do interviews. And I broke down the word because, you know, Golden Schwartz is about the word, breaking down all of that. Breaking down compounds to your very last compound, you know. So you break down the interview and it's, you know, inside view or a probe or look. So, you know, probing questions. They want to ask you shit, you know, that media hype shit that everybody complain about. So, you know, I said, I ain't gonna go that route. You know, I ain't finna pay the publicists and, you know, run around trying to get on your radio stations and all of that. I'm gonna do the interview part. I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna do the extra view where I'm putting out what I want you to know about the project, how I want to be seen, how I want to do things, and everything like that. That way, I'm in control of my craft. Because it goes back into what the whole photo shoot yourself is about. Is, you know, some cats are entertainers. They got songs written for them, beats made for them, hair, makeup, costume, publicity, all of that. Those are entertainers, you know, they put there for your enjoyment. Then some of us, you know, on the underground, we artists. So an artist is not a dude. That's why I don't tour like, you know, chasing to be in your face. You know, I'm more like, I want to create and get that popping. You know what I'm saying? You know, get the creation popping, you know, full steam ahead, you know, get the golf club out there, you know, work and play, you know, master the art of communication. So, you know, this process is the one that I like best, you know, throw on the costume, you know, get Ghostini'd out on him, you know. I gotta pay respect to Ghost. I think he's like one of the greatest rappers out of New York, you know. So I do that in this whole process. So, you know, it ain't the questions asked, it's just me going through what I want y'all to have during this time, during this era. This is an image piece, you know. Photo shoot yourself.
Acrobatics, tongue twisted, Mr. Cutting pebbles, prismatic, cut color carrot, checking on your clarity, burn late life, paradox or parody, head talking parrot, speaking Hanna-Barbera, catching trouble over rubble, but Betty won't hear it, flipping over raw like Wachi Tachi Ha, bam bam slam rocking Mr. Slate's car, baddest mulligan, my touch in the mystery. Get along to get on, I'm too strong. He got power, I got strength, which lasts long. I like the horns, keep them blowing. They like the leaves in the wind, they lost their roots. This that G's in the street with the laced up boots. This my military days, I'm a raw recruit. Now I'm a veteran, must say a better man. Travel was a better one, scream till we better
with, you know, and it stems from, you know, I'm a creative person. I went to school, Seattle Central in Seattle. You know, I'm from the Seattle scene. Know that I got archives of Seattle work. I done kicked it with, you know, the major players, you know, all of them. I ain't even gonna drop no names in this one. You know, I do that. I got another corny, the Auto Goon presentation, photo shoot yourself, which is a little corny, a little horrible, but I'm gonna put that out on the internet too. So all this internet's information, all of this comes with the package though. Like when you buy my work, you're gonna get, you know, this 4-hour photo shoot yourself. You're gonna get the photo layout, you know, graphically for that. Then you get the album that you buy. You know, I got 6 albums that I'm promoting. Golden Culture, Philosopher's Stone, Auto Goon, Hippies with Ammo, Secret Societarian, and then the one I just finished, the one that spawned all of this creativity, is Peacemaster, Masterpiece. You know, I'm Masterpiece, you know what I'm saying? So it's all a mystic movement, and you know, Peacemaster, the mystic movement, you know, not masterpieces, but masterpiece, you know, that type of shit that I'm on, you know, and I cuss a little bit and I go off, and I'm crazy, man. I mean, you know, this section, you know, is gonna get chopped up, but it's crazy because I've been to war. I come from Gary, you know, this is being filmed in Gary, Indiana right now. I lived in Seattle and seen the mountain, and you know, I'm deep in the heartland in Gary, Chicago, the Midwest, Hammond, you know, where we come from. Traveled down south, been around the world, you know, been in the military. Jago, let them know what time it is, man. These motherfuckers, they see it all around them, but they don't get it. Tell them, it's a real game. It's a real motherfucking game. All you niggas playing with it, I'ma show you something, alright? What you think all the guns is for? We gangsters, nigga, and the world is at war. Laughing at the rap dudes, fiction is their business. We the real warriors, endurance built on fitness. Mind over body is my M.O.B. Sipping Coke Bacardi with the M.O.B. We throwing after parties at the S.O.B.s. Drunk in a motherfucker S.O.B. I own the night in the VIP. Nah, my dog right, I'm the MVP. See, she's a hot bitch, but she envies me. Cause I got a big dick and I'm a hot MC. Hip-hop is my distraction from all the street action. A bunch of street factions, different cities, rat packets. Dollars body stacking, the devil's whip cracking. And all the young babies on the TV asking, what you think all the guns was for? Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. What you think all the guns was for? A kick in the door, waving the 4-4. It's time to introduce y'all to the walking waters. You heard me say it right, walking waters. Melanin men that fly without spacesuits. Get with it, baby. J. Golden Schwartz. 2012 coming, baby. Let them feast like the Last Supper, eat cake like the Queen's puppets, Goldens and the Rolls Royce. Royalties another subject, author for the mad public, enraged in a cave, trying to fight for our fallen brothers. Pac dead, big dead, ex gone.
understand like we midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table when we pray to altars. It's the walking waters, we talk through slaughter. We understand like midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table and we pray to altars. This is for the old era, new age, see it clearer like inside a mirror. The fader moves the zero. Serrata got a laser and we rapping over pages, missing different stages, genetic engineering, studio salon in the minion had opinion. Rap is my dominion, sovereign for the sentence. Verbal means motion, so my words will float the ocean. Sail upon the wind, approaching foreign coasts. Language is my payment, interpret for the layman. I adore your fragrance, travel through the women with the silk and fine linen. My compass keeps spinning, needle prick the feminine. Time to hit the wind again, floating coast to coast with the boast of my toast. Chalice to the sky, screaming cheers to my host. It's my world tour with my words pure and Godspeed. Freedom from the hate is all that the God needs. The walking waters, we talk through slaughter. We understand like we midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table when we pray to altars. It's the walking waters, we talk through slaughter. We understand like midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table and we pray to altars. Let there be light, gave us fractal nature, and the atomic structure is radiation. Dark matter controls the mass and put pressure on the universe called gravity's grasp that holds together the mass. Symmetry is divine, harmony's path. I rap light and water and let it talk to the Father like Muhammad. Seek knowledge, create college and colleagues, breed seed and develop creeds. Natures of nations to speak unto the matrix of stars and the stellar platrix. Like Ezekiel's wheel, roulette, jet black, bet black. Wesley Snipes said that. Passenger 57 on his way to doggone heaven. Dog star Sirius, curious intelligence. Relevant words, but the people observe. Hip-hop nerds, I'm a time capsule. Rhyme rapture, mind master. Travel the universe in melanin, black skin. Called walking waters. It's the walking waters. We talk through slaughter. We understand like we midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table when we pray to altars. It's the walking waters. We talk through slaughter. We understand like midnight marauders. For the sins of the fathers, he sent the daughters. And we bless the table and we pray to altars.
This is being filmed in Gary, Indiana right now. I lived in Seattle and seen the mountain, and I'm deep in the heartland in Gary, Chicago, the Midwest, Hammond, where we come from. Traveled down south, been around the world, been in the military, old school. Met all of these dudes, Run DMC, Roger from Zap Shack, Chauncey Billups, had good conversations with these cats. Ran up on Questlove in his sound set. Ran up on DJ Quick in the mall and kicked it with him. He got me in the club. D.L. Hughley tried to get me in the club when I was 20, Just all of these people I done ran into. Orlando Magic all the time, Shout out to my boy Jabir Nelson, So I do that, I lived this world. I met you people. I seen it. So that's part of the gold of Schwartz's, I'm not enamored by this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, this thing ain't took me over, but I still get to do my part, my creativity, my graphics, and everybody in Seattle know what I did in that scene, and that's all explainable and can be explained probably at another time. Or I could go into it right now, I could really tell you my story, because that's what this really is about. So it's about, this young dude from a place called Turner Park over in Hammond. That's where I come from, Turner Park. It's right by the Calumet River. Please excuse me. Hello? Hey, I'm right in the middle of something, Uncle Mama. I'll call you right back. Alright. Yeah, so, getting things done. You know, that's my uncle who raised me, Uncle Marvin. Like I said, I'm from Turner Park, Hammond, Indiana, next to the little Calumet River, real nasty place. The business polluted. So, you know, I got a real thing from that. A lot of people got cancers growing up where we grew up from. Had friends die at a real early age, had to deal with that. So, you know, that's where I grew up at, up until I was 13. Then we moved over to Gary, over by Tolliston Park. And, you know, I got with the crew, the Boys Town crew is what we called ourselves back then. Niggas don't deny it. But, you know, the Boys Town, you know, we did that. And that was me, Gene, Rick, Rob, JC, Lenny, Big Will came in, Mike Walker, Juma. You know, so we had all of the hood cats, you know, Shamrock, all of them cats, you know, that's who we came up with. Went to Gary West Side, so, you know, class of 89, Wild Wild West Side on the Pride. After that, you know, had to get out the city, get me a future, so I went to the military, thinking I would never go to war, just thinking college money, right? So I go to the military, fuck around, and there, you know, excellent. Go to Fort Seal, Oklahoma, 322 Field Artillery Battalion for or battery for basic training. Go down to Fort Sam, Houston, do my medical training. Go over to Germany and Garlstadt. You know, all of this is for Facebook and all of them friends out there. So, you know, I got to mention every detail. When I was in Garlstadt, you know, I was in 266 Armored. We used the medics. You know, 30 out of 32 rolling. Man, I got so much I'm trying to put in here, but I only got a little bit of time, and it's going to get edited up and chopped up. So I want everybody to get this whole story of how I went up there, met the coolest cats in the world. My best partner, Eddie Sabina, picked me up at Howe Academy, Hell on Wheels Academy. You know, that's the 2nd AD, 2nd Armored Division. You know, that's who we were, 2 AD, patch on our heart, you know, patent soldiers. You know, Lucius D. Clay concern. So, you know, I know all the history. I'm a real smart dude. So in there, I'm doing that. Eddie Sabina picked me up. You know, he...
When I hit your block, come through flicking in a shiny car. Model chicken, she a rising star. Life is gifted, thank the man up there, cause I could have landed anywhere, but I'm straight right here, spit bright and clear, and I headed so far gone they can't get near. I'm with my peers, we brotherhood, we overcast, y'all understood. It's all to the good, we all in the woods with furs and herbs and high-tech jugs. That's word to the blade, trapped in a maze. That's that trap that the hunter done laid. I never get played, that's word to the blade. Treat these bitches like a Chi-Town fade. Gangster, pimp, hustler, goon, god, street, motherfucker. Oh yeah, we can put it there on 40 that side of it. Oh yeah, we can put it there on 40 that side of it. Oh yeah, we can put it there on 40 that side of it. Pull back the curtains. I'm gonna show you what's inside the Emperor's bedroom. His toys, his boys, his concubine men. You niggas fugazi, man, give it up. It's over, it's a wrap. The ladies are the gentlemen are feminine. We living in an age when the men would rather lay with men. The emperor's favorite sin, he hails from a twisted bin of DNA spray of the Greek and the Roman kin. His empire Spartacus, Rock Hudson started this to be the lead. Man, he stuck his head up the directors, but man on the casting couch, take the pain and don't say out. You wanna put your art out. Remember what we talked about. I give you plenty of diamonds and a bunch of fancy things. Just bow before the king and on your knees kiss the ring. The ladies are the gentlemen are feminine. We living in an age when the men would rather lay with men. Emperor's favorite city hails from a twisted bin of DNA spray of the Greek and the Roman kin. His empire Spartacus, Rock Hudson started this to be the lead man. He stuck his head up to the rector's butt. The emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. consort to give the devil comfort. Come forth and hold court, can't compete with golden shorts. I lay it out to play around, to walk about without self-doubt. They gobble up the goofy stuff on the mic, they spew it out. Mine like Montana, in Vegas with Dantana. Sound like Antoine Johnson, ranting in bandanas. The story of Osiris, the serpent slurped the penis. Y'all snake is in the grasses, traded Mars for Venus. Lady Luck's a lesbian, and all these rappers thespians. Acting for the squad in the back, they all lay with men. They cold water consort to give the devil comfort. Come forth and hold court, can't compete with golden shorts. I lay it out to players route to walk about without self-doubt. They gobble up the goofy stuff on the mic, they spew it out.
Emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, there's concubine men.
You look like the Dalai Lama in real silk pajamas. He believes in karma and he worships Jeffrey Dahmer. He keeps a hair on my haters and he calls them great debaters. He let them rock nations and Maybach music. They carry cash money and they rollin' G units. Yeah, it's good music and the convicts use it to drive ladies gaga, so music will abuse it. Shady will confuse it and at the man pollute them. Detoxify the Black Wall Street maneuver for this grand hustle. I miss the Benny Siegel and the man of muscle. Alpha to the maker, I brackets from the star Vegas, sending you the data. Yeah, I can't keep on, man. These niggas is like concubines, man. Talk about they cars, they clothes, and how good they ride with diamonds on and shit.
In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, you'll find concubine men. In the emperor's bedroom, there's concubine men.
Up there, met the coolest cats in the world. My best partner, Eddie Sabina, picked me up at Howard Academy, Hell on Wheels Academy. You know, that's the 2nd AD, 2nd Armored Division. You know, that's who we were, 2 AD, patch on our heart, you know, patent soldiers. You know, Lucius D. Clay concern. So, you know, I know all the history. I'm a real smart dude. So in there, I'm doing that. Eddie Sabina picked me up. You know, he showed me how to run the streets. Victor Easton showed me how to run the streets. J.P. Fields, me, Dex, John Rogers, Andre Rogers, Henley, Kennerly. Oh man, we had the crew. Hampton, Thompson. You know, all of us. You know, all came from basic training, AIT all together. Went to war together. So you know, I got that whole part of my life about, you know, how we went to war. I stand out, got my expert badges, accepted to West Point, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wear these, you know, I got reefs that's, you know, in history. I did things real life. So, you know, as Golden Schwartz, still rapping back then, everybody knows that I was on this quest to do this type of, you know, art. So, you know, I'm doing that. Women crazy. I'm a married man now, so, you know, I ain't even talking women and none of that. But the fashion game was stupid. I was not good at it then. My man Dex hooked me up and showed me how to, you know, put the color coordination together. That's why, you know, I look so good on this camera today. But, so, you know, I do that. And then I go to the military. After I do that, go to war, come back, get caught up in a whole bunch of mess over there with the streets and all of that. So I leave the military, come to Seattle where my brother Dre was, Stroke of Andre, www.andreart.com. Got to do plugs, everything, because it's a Golden Schwartz piece is going out on the net. Everybody going to see it at one point or another. So, alright, did that, came, my brother put me up, me, him, my brother Rob, you know, we up there running in at Providence Hospital. That's where I met Shabay Daquan. That's the dude who put me onto the light. So I got my cousin Daryl over there, Mr. D, he trained me, you know, in the light. And, you know, so, long story short, go over there, hit Seattle, get mixed up with the people, man. This big brotherhood over there, so I got to get at a lot of props. So I did the Seattle Brotherhood thing. And, you know, that was real good. I got a lot of knowledge. Did a business thing too. You know, met this real fly family, and you know, they put me up in a business thing. You know, that boule shit they be talking about. Really met them people. Really did that. That's the Golden Schwartz name. Because everywhere I went, there was a boule member that made sure that I was all right. So I would never be, you know, one of those foul talkers about shit. You know, hold on one more. Mother, I'm doing something very important. Is this important? Yeah. So, you know, that's why I had the phone here, because I know, you know, while I'm doing my business, other people need me and all that, so that's part of it. But, you know, back what I was saying, like, about them people who helped me and, you know, did me right. So, you know, that's what I'm really representing, is all that did me right. Because, you know, Pops left, grew up poor kid next to the river, you know, so these songs and this music was all we really had. We didn't have a lot of toys, and we had stuff. We wasn't depraved, but we was poor. So, you know, came up, did the Seattle thing. I'm a man. I've been around the world, fought the war. I'm meeting with brothers. I do the Black Student Union thing at Seattle Central, Our Ways of Knowing. First brotherhood experience outside of the military, outside the college setting. That put me into the BSU presidency, and, you know, learning how to run organization was really what that experience was about, which was why I put it in that context of the presidency, because that led to internships, working with those people, and, you know, so I grew up there. And, you know, I was always on this quest to do the music, though, so, you know, I always had that as my side hustle while I'm running game in life. So, you know, this is all leading up to this point where I went to school for video production, Sal Chinacchio, at the school that Nate Long set up at Seattle Central. Seattle Central was ran by the man who took over.
Out of space, your inner thoughts. Sinners caught in the web we weave. Loom deceives, the womb reprieves. We receive degrees. 720 and a horn of plenty. Friendly till it quakes. Haiti hates treaties, shape many. Disfigured for misgivings. That nigga think figures. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't speak. We don't see. Self-contained in the brain. Triangle aim like satellites. We mad at night. You fight, I spit light. Manifest your destiny with a Magna Carta next to me. Natural law, we naturally raw. That's cook up. Look up the process, it's Aryan, Bavarian. Canary in the coal mine, you are meeting gold mine. Higher level complex metal, it don't shoot, it melts you. Shatter reality, reinvent causality. A reason for your reason each season. You treason, appeasing for measly pleasures. Treasures dismeasured, mind unfettered, no restriction, absent of friction, higher frequency. Delinquency is frequently flaunted, history's haunted. Ghost of the past, ghost in the machine. Cast with a friendly ghost your ass. That skeletons in the closet, closes, seal it with the keys. You represent at ease. Young black males who pack jails for crack sales or tax tails or red shields. And their agents. Niggas got flagrant, caused it rosewood. So I pull out my rosebud. Sisters came to brain, y'all coke, I'm Tupac, we ain't the same. That's the straw man in the star chamber. I provoke danger, sent it to you with the Anglican anger. And now beyond. This that raw science of the cyber rhyme. Prince of the Moroccan nation, outside the post-population. Y'all nautical, I'm cosmic all law, natural man, bred to unplanned the plan. Complex nature coded in a spaceship. Melanin DNA chip. All seeing eye socket. My rocket's oculus sinister. Dexter and Kundalini. The dogs start seeing me winking and pinky. Thinking they know, but it's not scientific. Lacks the magnificent brilliance of the ancients. They denigrated and turned away in. Birthright to take flight through cosmic sight. Silver surfing, ride the light. So ride the waves and slide these slaves. I vibrate shades of dark matter grades. Still battle braids from Atlanta to Alaska. 1221 was short your days. We're making our descent and the landing is down. I can't see the ground. Mayday, I'm calling on ya. Mayday.
Pieces for them. So, I'm writing this piece, this photo shoot yourself. I'm doing this piece to just let everybody know, I got skills on the dressing, I got skills on the fashion, I got skills in the streets, got skills with my hands, even though I don't believe in violence for grown people. I don't believe in war for civilized people. So that's what this whole method is, to get that message out there that, it's an evolutionary process, the growth of a man behind this music. And so, I put that whole ethic in there. Like I said, I got 6 albums. 2 I recorded in Seattle and 4 that I recorded here. I got other music that I did up in Seattle that I ain't putting out in this rotation right now because it ain't my copyright. Everything I got right now, my copyright. You get it all from me straight up off the iTunes direct. We prophesize this vision. And as a mystic, and you'll hear that in the music, the mystic quest, like I say, when Chabé put me on to the light and the brothers started building with me, and we went through, like I say, Mayat to Mayafa, basically the good to the bad, all of the history. And, as a Hebrew, because I was always Hebrew from day one, I had always heard the Hebrews in the word at New Community Baptist Church with Orville Sanders. So I always knew what the Hebrew meant. And that's the perspective I bring Golden Schwartz from, is he's the Hebrew mystic. So up there I was the man in the mountain. That's a mountain. Seattle is a mountain, with the natives, Chiefs itself. So I got all of the photographs and things that'll be part of the lexicon that you'll see that, just puts all of these things in a perspective. The home of Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain and Quincy Jones. I was trying to get it out because Michael Jackson, I'm the real life Thriller. I got all of those components into my hip hop. Like when New York claims its thing, Jay-Z and them, they claim their history. Mine is more of an international, been around the world, met all of the musicians, talked good about my Uncle Chuck and Donnie Hathaway and some of my brothers who pledged him into the Golden Schwartz. Not to put too much out there on other people because I want this to be about the music and what I'm doing. So I'm going to just talk to this camera, go out. I got a certain amount of time to do that with. And this is killing the game. This is what I do. I create something to kill the game with. Then, I'm going to mix it up and chop it up and put it all together, and you're going to get it, and it's going to be in history. And digital means, it's going to be out there for a long time. So, it's not art versus entertainment. It's I'm an artist versus an entertainer. Juxtaposed, and that's the style that I give you, that I want everybody to understand is my style is a juxtaposition style. Words juxtapose, sounds juxtapose, everything put around each other like Kuleshov would do, so you could infer your own intent with it. So I don't try to give it a meaning, I try to put it there, and you see what it means. That's why I say, I don't bash Boule, Illuminati concepts and all of that. I know that people out there working wickedness, and I know that there's people out there being good, no matter the race, creed, color, gender, all of that. But then there's confusion in it too. They got people acting certain ways and mimicking and mind controlled in this shit. And, that's why I break it down. And people, they get mad at you when you're sitting up and you're giving your opinion on what you see from the mind controllers, the propped agenda. That shit they putting out there, that people then, used over thousands of years to trick people into getting their trust. So I'm observing it, and I see it in every facet, from the music to life, to my family, to myself. So you can't cast no stones, you can't point no fingers, but you can be rational and break it down. Tape is coming to an end. This is all I can give you. In an extra view, you get exactly the time, high definition, 18 minutes on this segment. So I'm gonna let y'all I'm gonna break this down for y'all. Peace, one love. Jay Golden Schwartz loves you. I might just do this a straight interview section. I might cut it up. So I don't know how you're gonna get it, but you're gonna get it. One love in this section, like I said, in the music, I put everybody's shout outs, and so you got to get the music to understand Jay Golden Schwartz. That's the whole key for all of this visual, this artistry, this presentation right here, is for you to get the music and understand it. And fair exchange ain't robbery, so pay me for my work. Let my kids grow up and live productive off of my products. So get down with me, nigga. You know how I do it. I ain't